Well, we tend, and I think the methodology has changed over time. Frank V talked about permissive hypotension, which we all, I think, do now if they call you from an outside facility with a ruptured aneurysm. What we tell them is keep their pressure around 80 or 90 if you can, and the monitor for that is if the patient's awake, the pressure's adequate. If they're not awake, you got to bring the pressure up. So that's sort of a simplified guideline, but it gives you a way to tell somebody on the outside how to use that recommendation for permissive hypotension. And then the other is an advantage, particularly with the endograft technologies with groin access, is that you can put a balloon in, because we all know you put a patient asleep with an aneurysm, when they arrest is either when you're putting them asleep or when you open the abdomen and they start to bleed and get hypotensive. So in a case like that, using routine balloon occlusion, you're able to then do essentially what you do trying to open the abdomen and get proximal control. So in any case, there's no convincing data either way. You can either pick the randomized trial if you believe that, but I think based on what we know, and my own bias is that if you can do an endograft repair and use the balloon occlusion and permissive hypotension, it's a better way to go and safer for the patient than if you're still somebody who doesn't know how to do that or doesn't have access. You're going to argue that doing them open is the only way to go. So that the current conclusions are it's still a good theatrical debate, and you can use randomized data that's been reported. But really, it's surgical experience. If you have it with both options, you're obviously going to be able to pick these patients. And somebody who's got either a thoracoabdominal component or bad anatomy is going to have a very difficult course either way.